The savants of gaming, the game journalism outlet that everybody respects the most, Polygon, has come out with an article describing 8 years later, let's all admit Red Dead Redemption 2 is a terrible game. Now, I think Nick Tech puts it well. So here's the thing. Okay. These types of articles are very common in the industry nowadays. They are literally like rage bait. They're basically trying to say something inflammatory to get you to react so that you click on the link and that they get their little bit of ad revenue. And it's generally worth it because there's sort of like a no-name author that's involved with it. You know, they don't lose anything, right? Like if it's posted by like me, I might lose something if the video does terribly, or if the article is like really bad, or whatever I put together is really bad. It could affect my reputation and my standing within the industry. But when it's just some writer that you've never heard of before that works on a contracted basis, like Polygon's brand takes a hit, sure, but they don't really care that much. Like I don't think it really matters. So I know that this is rage bait. I understand that. I want to be clear about it at the outset, but I do want to look at it. Now, the way I'm going to look at it is with an archived link. Archived links are great because it basically just takes a screen cap of the article and then it doesn't pay them ad revenue for it, which is like the ultimate way of dealing with this type of thing. Because you can look at it, see the stupidness, and then you don't end up giving them any money. So that's how we're going to do it today. Now, to be fair though, to be fully fair, I'm going to look at what they say. We're going to give them a chance to convince me. And if the article is actually really good, I will load the actual webpage and I will give them the ad revenue for clicking on the link. But I don't want to do that unless it's good. Okay. Problem solved. So let's see what this is. Again, inflammatory title, especially for a game that many, if not most people in the industry consider to be one of the greatest games of all time. 8 years later, it's time to admit that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a terrible game. The gaming equivalent of watching paint dry. Okay, hold on. We're going to do a little research. This article was written by Ford James, UK-based freelance games writer at Polygon. He also bylines at industry-leading outlets, including Games Radar, Eurogamer, PC Gamer, and more. Okay, he mostly writes about FPS games, such as Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Arc Raiders. Okay. Yep. Tracking. This is making sense. Forza Horizon 6 stuff. Updates on Mario Kart. Okay. Looks like just general contract work. I honestly, transparently, I don't know how much these guys get paid for these types of articles. I don't know if it's like 25 bucks a piece, if it's 50 bucks a piece, but these guys have to pump out a lot of content to make a living doing this. And they pump it out. They sure do. Squeeze it out, pinch it out with this article, at least. Let's see. Let's give him a fair shake. Let's read it. Okay. Quote, I was, as the kids say, gassed. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. When I finally got my hands on Red Dead Redemption 2. At the time I was writing for a now defunct video game website. He's just moving from one to the next, just slowly. Slowly just chopping it down at the knees. Let's see. Hopefully nothing bad happens this time. And in celebration of one of the most anticipated games of all time launching, we were given the day off. In hindsight, with 8 years of industry experience under my belt, that's a baffling decision, but I wasn't complaining at the time. Unfortunately, within a few hours of slogging through the snow, setting up camp at Horseshoe Overlook, and discovering Valentine, I was bored out of my skull. Where were the battle passes? I'm sorry. We're trying to give it a fair shake. I'm sorry. Okay. Listen, I'm not just hating to be contrarian for the sake of it. I wanted to love the game. The original Red Dead Redemption had me weeping during that unforgettable, devastating final scene. And Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of my all-time favorites too. So I was all set for Rockstar's next major outing to blow me away. Arguably, it did, but not in the way I was expecting. At the time, Red Dead Redemption 2 was one of the most detailed games I'd ever played. The world felt alive, the story was gripping, the characters were entertaining, personable, and sometimes even relatable. And technically, it's a masterpiece. Take hunting, for example, 178 different kinds of animals, each with different habitats and behaviors, and many of them require bait to attract them while you lie wait. Dude, Am I reading into it too much that he throws out bait? Like, am I reading into it too much? Or is he like acknowledging that this is rage bait? I don't know, it might be it might be rage bait. I don't know. I mean, I think it is, but I don't know how aware of it he is. The problem is that with Rockstar leaning so far into realism, Red Dead Redemption 2 may be impressive, but it isn't fun. The easiest way to do these types of articles, fun, and then right here you insert for me. These types of like declarative statements are what are going to get you torn apart. Slowly following the scent of a bear, setting a trap, then hiding in a bush for minutes on end isn't engaging gameplay. I mean, it is though. Like, engaging, hold on. Engaging, tending to draw favorable attention or interest. So it draws, this is like not how it's typically used, but like engaging specifically, like an engaging activity is one that holds your interest, that draws your interest. So if you are setting traps and then you're paying attention, waiting for the bear to come, it is engaging. Is it like Call of Duty slop that's going to keep you like every 5 seconds a bell rings and then like sparklers go off? No, but I think that's not engaging is what you're looking for. I think you're looking for like ADHD, like TikTok brain, you know? Like, I think that's what you're looking for. Another example is that looting is astoundingly detailed. The ability to search through every individual drawer and the fact that the game doesn't just open an inventory screen in its UI is commendable, but it takes so long. Various core mechanics of the game are nothing short of clunky too. Take riding a horse, for example. I'm not expecting the same level of precision I'd find when driving a car in GTA 5, which is funny because GTA 5 has like a super arcadey like driving system. It's actually something that we're anticipating like is going to be a bit of a system shock for GTA fans. Because if you've seen like GTA 5 or GTA Online, like, have you seen what you can do in like motorcycles? If you flip upside down, the game calculates a lift. So if you flip upside down, you can just straight up fly across the map. Like, does this look realistic? Does this look realistic to you? Does this look like, no, it's not tight. This isn't tight controls. I don't know what this is, but this is how it works. So like, again, I don't think I would agree that even GTA 5 has tight controls, or precision. Sorry, he used the term precision, has precision controls. It's a live animal with legs instead of wheels after all, but I would expect the game's primary transport method to be relatively smooth. And while it is easy going across flat open terrain, making sharp turns, riding across narrow paths, or engaging in combat while on horseback is often frustrating. I don't think it is difficult to control the horse. Did any of you, show of hands, you're in chat, show of chat, does anybody find it difficult to control the horse in Red Dead? I don't think I've ever thought it was difficult to control a horse in Red Dead. Like, I feel like he's yelling at clouds. Like, what, am I missing something? I don't think it's difficult to control the horse. And like, okay, anyway, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Well, we'll just leave the article there. I think we'll just leave it there. Maybe I'm the problem. Being unable to keep my attention on the game during these slower moments is most likely a symptom of my ADHD. ADHD is a thing. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. I'm not interested in getting like diagnosed. I mean, you just have to watch the stream for 2 minutes and I feel like you can figure out pretty quickly what's going on up here, you know? Chaos. But even with that, like, even if I do have ADHD tendencies or whatever, I have tried very hard to challenge myself with that. So for narrative games, I sit and I focus on it. For games of chess, I will sit and focus on the game. Growing up, I was like, I had worked so hard at increasing my attention span that at chess tournaments, my like they would jokingly call me the boa constrictor, the people on my chess team, because yes, I was in the chess club and I was the team captain. Yeah, sure was. Who's laughing now? Maybe that's what we need to do with Todd, is do a chess match. Maybe we'll do that. I wonder, did Todd ever say if he played in chess tournaments? I'm not actually sure. I wonder if we could find his rating or something. Anyway, that's beside the, see, ADHD. I'm proving it positive right now. But with that, like they called me the boa constrictor because I could focus for so long. So I was playing against these like 12-year-old, 13-year-old kids that were my same age. But while they were squirming in their seats, ready to like leave and go play football outside, I was fine with using the full-time control and spending 6 hours on one game. Like, I was fine with that. So I would slowly squeeze out all of their energy and just destroy them, just destroy them. It was great. Just suffocate them slowly. And that is something I had to work towards. And with Red Dead 2, it's one of those things where, like, once you give yourself over to the slower pace, because it does absolutely have a slower pace, you will have an exceptionally amazing time. But you have to be willing to, like, meet the game where it is for what it is. And what it is like a truly immersive game. It's the same exact thing with, like, Kingdom Come Deliverance as a franchise. Once you give yourself over to living in Bohemia, living in the medieval era, going, collecting food, hunting, needing to bathe. Once you give yourself over to it, you will have one of the most incredibly immersive times in that world that you could possibly have in any sort of video game. It's truly, truly incredible, but you have to put in the effort to give yourself over to it. And whenever I hear stories like this, it's always one particular type of person like this that tends to be like, yeah, Red Dead sucks. And it's because they just wanted constant dopamine drips. And then they think the game is bad because they weren't willing to, like, try to meet it where it was at. So it's likely a symptom of my ADHD, but in an era when so many people have shorter attention spans anyway, due to short form content consumption and the sheer breadth of entertainment and media available, I think Red Dead 2 falls on the wrong side of the line. So you want it to be more like that? Let's read this whole thing again. Because what it sounds like to me is that he's saying, maybe I'm the problem, I have ADHD, but a lot of other people have short attention spans because of TikTok. And that's why I think Red Dead 2 should be, like, catering to us more, like, to tighter attention spans. Maybe it's me, maybe I'm the problem. Being unable to keep my attention on the game during these slower moments is most likely a symptom of my ADHD, but in an era when so many people have shorter attention spans anyway, due to short form content consumption and the sheer breadth of entertainment and media available, I think Red Dead 2 falls on the wrong side of the line. So you think it should be more like that? Bro. That hurts. That's so not right. That's so wrong. I find that personally offensive. With GTA 6 coming before the end of the year, I can only hope that Rockstar dials back the realism a touch. Their flagship series has always been much more comical and over the top than its cowboy-themed sibling, and since it's set in the modern era, the world will be moving at a faster pace anyway. But finding that balance between entertainment and realism will be crucial. I'd love to give Red Dead Redemption 2 another go, time permitting. As I say, I think it's a wonderfully crafted game, but by and large, I play games to enjoy myself. Red Dead 2's mechanics, while spectacularly realistic, are far too cumbersome. Since it launched as a console exclusive, I also haven't revisited it on PC. With a mouse and keyboard and maybe a few mods installed to improve the experience, perhaps I'll finally understand why it's considered by so many to be one of the best games of all time. For now, the most I can say is that it's one of the best technical achievements of all time, but it's not a very good video game. For you, in my opinion, personally, these modifiers could go a long way, because making declarative statements like that are just unhinged, especially when you're pairing it with requests that you think it should be, it should have been designed in a way that caters to short attention spans and short form content and ADHD brain. I mean, that's, or ADHD, TikTok brain. Literally, that's what it is. I fundamentally disagree. Call of Duty has been designed for those quick little dopamine rushes, and as has, like, Fortnite, as are mobile games, and, like, those are the games that are built in that way to, like, truly take advantage of the tight attention spans. You do not have anywhere near the same emotional connection, the same sort of immersive connection in those games, certainly, as you do in Red Dead 2. Part of what makes Red Dead 2 work, in my opinion, is its slower, more methodical pace, is the very real, intentional choice on their part to put you in the world and let you slowly and methodically work your way through it and explore it and go on little adventures. And even when you go and, like, you decide, I'm going to go do something for myself, you go out to go hunting. And like he pointed out, you're going to go set a trap. You're going to wait in the bushes. You're going to take your time, listen to the wildlife and stuff. It is moments of quiet. But it's that contrast that makes it work, right? Like, it's that you have the blank areas of canvas that contrast with the carefully designed and heavily painted and worked on sections of the canvas that give the image its dynamism. You know, you have to have the contrast of the quiet with the intensity for it to work. And what he wants is just pure intensity all the time. And it's like, I'm very glad that they didn't go with that. I think a lot of these types of games benefit from being more methodical and slower. And I think that that's why a lot of people that don't typically connect with modern games connected with Red Dead 2. It's because it wasn't trying to be Call of Duty. It wasn't trying to be Fortnite. It wasn't trying to be Candy Crush. It was what it was. At that, in that same vein, I think that's why people like this individual don't like it. It's why they didn't connect with it, because it was not trying to cater to them. And when what's the old saying? It's like when you are used to privilege, equal treatment feels like oppression. That's kind of what this is reminding me of.
So just cause people like mangas means no one should ever write a novel again?
Well, and they shouldn't write the novel. The novels should be written like a manga, and novels suck. Full stop. That's basically what the argument is I don't like novels. I like manga. I want this novel to be more like manga. It should have been more like manga, and all novels suck. It's just insane. Like, it's just crazy. It's just wild. Overall, I think you don't have to like Red Dead 2. It's the declarative, like, conclusive statements being like, I think it's not a very good video game. You don't have to like it, but you can still acknowledge it. Like, what's another game that's like, well, maybe Death Stranding's an example of a game that's like, I think it's a good video game. If people say, I just don't like it. I don't like hiking, and like, I don't like the delivery simulator stuff, and the story is too convoluted. That is one that's like totally fair to say. Also, by the way, Loser Duck, I just realized that's $50. That's insane. Thank you. That's incredibly generous. My goodness. Thank you. Very generous. My goodness. So you don't have to like the game. Like, and there's games that you can acknowledge are like good, or that are solid games, but they're just not for you, Like, there's a lot of survival games like The Forest, or maybe you could point to like Valheim or something, where like I'll play them for a bit, but they're not my end all be all. They're not like the ultimate game for me. I can understand why people love them and spend hundreds of hours in them, but it's not my kind of thing. But I would never say that that's a bad game, Like, I just wouldn't do that. But that brings us back to like the point at the beginning of this, which is that these types of articles are very intentionally phrased this way for clickbait, for rage bait. 8 years later, it's time to admit that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a terrible game. The argument in the article is that he has ADHD and the game is too slow and methodical for him. So the actual title of the article probably should be 8 years later, I still can't finish Red Dead 2 because it's too slow and it's just not for me. No one would have a problem with that title. That'd be totally fair. Totally fine. It's the framing of it's a terrible game. Like, it is clickbait. It's pure clickbait, and it's stupid and annoying. And this is why, well, this is just one of the reasons why people don't really take games media that seriously anymore. And it's because like they engage with this. It used to be that like the YouTube crowd were the ones doing the craziest clickbait. It feels like now the most rage bait and clickbaity crap comes from TikTok. And then also it comes from games media, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like this. 2017, this guy was saying he already had GTA 6.
And the same thing can be said about the back. But here's the back so far. Here it says, Rockstar Games presents a Rockstar North production. Welcome to the sunny state. Oh dear. Includes Grand Theft Auto Online. So you guys already know that it's going to have an online version, which is confirmed. And here's the little pictures right here. Oh God, I'm very excited. Holy crap. Okay. So
236,000 likes. It still blows my mind. Anyway, I think it's just like the only way to deal and like push back against this type of crap with like rage bait, clickbait articles is to call it out when you see it, make fun of it, and then like try to punish the outlet as best you can. It's like Eurogamer wrote some insane articles about KCD2. And so I blocked them And you'll notice we haven't looked at Eurogamer stuff. You know, we just stopped because it's like, okay, well, we're not going to engage with them anymore because it's bad. It's real bad. Same thing with like those people that wrote that hit piece at IGN about Black Myth Wukong. And one of their arguments for why the studio was sexist was because the logo for Game Science looked somewhat like a sperm. And this was like a sign that the game studio was sexist. Like, I'm not even joking. We looked at it. Like, IGN's article literally was arguing that this was sexist. I was like, for one, it's like a particle effect from one of their other games. That's what it is. But it's not a sperm. Even if it was a sperm, what are you suggesting? Are you suggesting that like if this was a picture of fallopian tubes, that would be anti-male? Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's just insane. It's just insane. But for that, like, okay, we're going to go block all the people that wrote that article because clearly they're insane. Like, they don't know what they're doing. We're just not going to engage with that. I still don't know why they have a sperm logo. Honestly, at this point, if I were them, I would just, for like the next sizzle reel, I would just have like an ocean of these things, like shoot in with a white cloud and then like one emerges victorious over all the others. Just like really lean into it. I think that'd be funny. Anyway, yeah, the old or the way I think to deal with it is to just block, don't engage, and make fun of it. That's the way to do it. Make fun of it.